Hey everybody, it's PK. So let's analyze again. The market is shaky and I'm not sure what does it want. So let's talk about macro count, and then I'm gonna dive into micro count. So I still think that we are here on the little roadmap that we're looking for this for. Of course, there are possibilities of us making 1 2 1 2 1 2, and no matter who tells you this, they can never be sure that this is the case. So the conservative approach would be that we look at this as a wave 3 and a 4, and hope that that's the case, even because even if we make another wave 3 and another wave 4 and another wave 5, well, you're gonna be good. All right, considering the fact that I'm not sure that we landed on this 4, I'm gonna go into the micro count. I cannot say that you should long this, but actually it would be a financial advice. You cannot control what's gonna happen if you're gonna visit the next low here. No matter what happens, price goes down, people are gonna show bear charts, price goes up, everybody's gonna tell you, oh, it's a bull market and why didn't you long in a bull market and blah blah blah. The only thing that you can control is your risk to reward. All right, let's look at this disaster. So the issue for me was this ending here. The ending was a 3-wave move for me. I saw that people are saying that we're truncating or whatnot. It's a hard decision. So let's just take a look at the count. All right, so you can say that we had a 3, a 3, and a 5 to form a flat for your W. Now, either W or the end of the correction. Obviously, we didn't have the end of the correction because this, in the end, just appears to be a 3-wave move. Just like this is a 3-wave move, well, it's the same here for me. This is a 3 swing, and this doesn't matter if you count it from here or from here. That's a 3-wave swing for me as well. When you pull it out, dear God, when you pull it out, it's that. So you want to count this as impulse, and you do that. Fair enough. This is your impulse. You want to count your impulse like this. All right, another beautiful structure. And not saying that it's not done here, because it printed a beautiful impulsive structure here. And if you think that this is it, well, your play is, I'm gonna get there as well, but your play would be something like that, right? You wait for the retrace and then you long in hopes to have the 5th wave, because we're in a bull market and you don't want to miss the opportunity, right? I understand. So the issue with this is that this looks like a perfect flat, in my opinion, because 3, 3, and a 5. This looks like a flat. Now, if we have the retracement of this potential C leg to come all the way up here, in this sense of us having a 1 2 3 4 5 or not whatnot, well, that's all right. Then you're gonna have flat as a wave W, expanded flat as a wave X, and that the third component or the wave Y it can be a zigzag, it can be a triangle, and it can be another flat. So for example, if you have an impulse here and then you have a clean triangle, then maybe you shouldn't just jump in to say, well, this is 1 and a 2, and then people are going to tell you, well, you cannot have a 2 as a triangle. Well, in this case you're going to have X and a Y, and then what's coming would be only the wave 1 of the wave 5. Now that's only if we reach 0.9 retrace of the wave W. So the terminus was here, right? We need that. Now that's a long road ahead, so it's far away. Another bearish scenario would be that we landed our wave W here, and this was our wave X. So 3, 3, and now our Y is here. Why? Because a motive wave here, a corrective wave here, and a motive wave there. So this would be your 5, 3, 5. This is a 5, 3, 5, another 5, 3, 5. So in the end, you would have a zigzag that doesn't overthrow here, and another zigzag that is a bit bigger. So in the end, that would be a double zigzag, probably with the wave relationship to 1618. So if we measure it here on the left, so origin to the first W to the first X, and then we fall down here right at this support zone of the previous triangular looking structure, and that would be the bear case. And this is why I always repeat that impulse can start something, but impulse always ends a pattern. So this could be the end of a flat here. However, if we consider this to be W, X, and this to be some sort of AVC Y, and I already went through this why I don't like it, well, then you play this as a terminus of the corrective wave 4 and your Y, and you're gonna look upon this wave as a 1, and then you're looking for a wave 2. Now let's go on a 1 hour and see what's going on there. Currently, in my opinion, I think that the impulse is done, and now we're looking for a correction. So let's assume that this is going to be 1, 2. And we're hitting some demand zones already. All right, so how to play this? You form a channel from the top origin of this corrective structure. Now we had a wave A, and it seems to be a wave WXY done. So we can pull a channel here. Origin of A. Okay, so we're still in the channel. Doesn't seem done. What it looks like is that we have a 1, 3, 1, 2, and a 3. 3 is not done yet. Let me make it yellow because it's more visible. With the relationship of not even 1 to 1 yet. So what do we want? If this is a contender of a 3-wave move, yeah, sure, okay, but I would rather say that this is a W, since it's too short and too shallow. This is just a projection. So even if we break out of this channel, we can just get a wave X, and wave X in a double zigzag is something that should break the channel of the first zigzag, and it's a phony wave. So if it breaks up and you think it's gonna go, you might long the retrace and hope for that, but then your stop, this is long, then your stop is gonna be here. So you hope for this, break up the channel, get back in, stop under the origin, get stopped. All right, not the worst thing that can happen. If we get that W, X, and another two move down, well, then you're gonna delete this channel and you're gonna form another one. Supposedly that this happens, right? You're gonna go to the origin of this correction, to the X, and you anchor W, and then you're looking for your Y. Hopefully it's gonna stay in the channel, and then you're waiting for the reaction and this channel to break, and same thing again. All right, can this be incomplete, that we had some sort of 1, 2, and all of this 3, 4, and a 5? Yeah, but at this point less likely, in my opinion. So the choice is yours. If you're gonna think this was the bottom and now we have an impulsive in order to reach either this or the new all-time highs. Now Ethereum, I could say that it's a bit of a different approach on this one. So if we make a terminus of the wave 3 here, well, we could have a case that the Ethereum is done. However, if Bitcoin tanks, I don't think that that Ethereum is gonna hold any better. And this is also just supposed count. This could very well be the terminus of the wave 3. But if this was a 3, then you can argue that this first move was a flat, this move here. So you have an A, corrective B, and an impulsive C. And if you do the price projection from the origin of the corrective, wave A, B, and a C, I didn't label that, sorry. So this would be the correction. This would be the first component of the sideways. So you have a W, then you have your wave X, and this X needs to go 0.9 retracement. So 0.9 is here, so a few ticks away from it. It's still okay in my opinion. And then you can have another corrective pattern for a sideways. So first one was a flat, expanded flat, then you have in between move, and then you can have any simple corrective pattern. So that means zigzag, that means flat, or a triangle. In this case, what we can count is a zigzag, because after this X we have somewhat clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave A, B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C. After a completed sideways or any corrective structure, well, what we want to see is impulse, right? And impulse it is. Again, same but different. We could say that we have a wave A done, wave B as an expanded flat, and now can you count this? It's a bit hard. Well, we still don't have the penetration of this channel. That's what we're waiting for. You cannot count this very well, but if, for example, if you take a look at the line chart, we can see the bigger picture, right? So you have a 5 swings here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and for the moment we have 1, 2, and you can see even here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 done. So you have all stars aligned for Ethereum to do something. Now you just hurry up and wait for it to do something, right? We want this broken, and then we're interested in longing. Now what would be your play or risk to reward ratio? Even here, okay, you can do this if your hopes are for Ethereum to go to what would be the target for this bull run? 10k. If this is a 1-2, but if market decides that this is the end and we go here, well, you can play it in a different way. Break up, come down, and then long, and then your stop would be at the origin. If you can recognize a motive wave here. For the moment, if I go under 1 hour, I'm already looking for trouble, but let's go. Nothing that I can see here gives me the confidence that this is a motive wave. The only thing that I can see would be a zigzag here. If it does this, then we can talk. But most of the time when market is stopping or market is bottoming, it doesn't give you clear validations and clear impulses. This is why, for example, you can have a diag because it's fighting the trend, the larger trend. And this is why you have structures like this, and it just goes 1 2 1 2 and it goes, and you can never know when do they happen. So I guess this could be a play. What we want usually in these is that if we assume that this is a wave 4, like you can see the 1 2 3 4 5 swings here, and one could say, well, this could be a wave 4. Well, we want this to break, and then if this breaks in a motive way or an impulse is better, of course, then we can think about longing, even if it's a breakout, right? Okay, that would cover Ethereum, and let's go to the most beautiful thing that ever existed. So macro scale, doesn't matter how you look at it. This would be a stretch if you look at this to be a 1 2 3 gigantic 4 triangle, or you can look at this to be the end of the correction here, and now we have a motive wave. I'm going to show you here this scenario. Well, you can have a leading diagonal here as well for this. When I switch to log, it still works. And so 5 into 3, some exchanges have this lower here, some have low here. Now, just to get back to this one quickly, if it's a triangle, well, we have A, B, C, D, everything is clean up until the terminus of wave D. Since we had a complex corrective pattern in the wave A, we cannot have another complex corrective pattern, meaning we cannot have a double zigzag here, or we cannot have a wave E as a triangle. However, if we have a terminus of a larger macro time frame here, and we build a leading diagonal here, well, then we can have shenanigans here. So the issue with this one is that, okay, let's go there. So some people have this as the lowest point and then leading diagonal. All right, no worries. Whether if it's that or if it's a triangle, we still need to have some sort of this, right? A three-wave move to correct. The only difference is that in the big triangle, we can only have a zigzag, which we don't yet. So if it's a leading diagonal, then perhaps we can have something else. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look on what's clean, since not a lot of things are in XRP. This wave here is, as I mentioned before, it's an enigma for me. I cannot find a motive wave, and I cannot have a corrective that I like. So this can also be regarded as some sort of a truncation. So as you can see, the geometry works fine for this to be a perfect 5, yet you cannot really find a normal motive wave to form an impulse or a diagonal here. So if this here is a zigzag like that, and now we have this A, B, C flat, then we need another zigzag, and we could say that this is a double zigzag. That's fine, it's just I cannot see it again. What I can see is this being a flat. I mentioned this before if you followed my videos. So ABC first three-wave move as a flat, then a zigzag, and then a motive wave, expanding diagonal that forms as a C, which is something that we don't want to see, but it's ripple. So after that, let's go to 1 hour. After that, what's better looking is a move down, a move side, and a move down. So this abomination here is tough to count. Doesn't matter which chart you use. Now, if you're still with me and if you're interested in this, I would understand if people left already. You could have this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this would be your wave A, and then a zigzag for the B, and now C, and this is the wave 1 of the end of the leading diagonal, leading contracting diagonal. 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is your A motive wave. Does it break the rules? Nope. Do I like it? Nope. Then here one can argue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's something that is cleaner than anything else. What price does is this: move down, move side, move down. End of the story. Here I cannot count this. Nothing that I tried fits, so I left it alone. I cannot put a flat, I cannot put a triangle, so I'm not gonna force anything here. And all right, if something is completed here, well, what do we want? We want a motive wave. We don't have a motive wave yet, and this is why XRP doesn't get love, because it doesn't give. Okay, is this a motive wave? Not yet. Is this a 1, 2, 1, 2? Maybe. Give me that, and then we can talk again. Or is there something else that I can build? Sorry, there's something else. Could this be something else? All right, this could be something else. Contracting leading diagonal. Are we there? No, we're not. And I don't like calling a bottom on XRP just yet, simply because I'm gonna get back really quickly. If this enigma was an impulse or a motive wave, well, then we need a motive wave or an impulse. This is not it. So we have only a zigzag, which can transform to being a zigzag for the wave 1, whatever corrective for the wave 2, another corrective for the wave 3. You get the point, right? The ending diagonal. Do they ever happen? Yes, they do, only when you don't see them. That's when they happen. And when you don't want them, they happen. So I still need more confirmation on XRP to show its teeth. Up until now, only a disappointment. All right, I hope it helped anyone, because it wasn't easy to talk about this right now, since market is not giving clean signals, at least in my point of view. Everybody has their own. I'm gonna make more often these videos, because I think it's important right now to follow every move of the market, and you're gonna follow them if you wish, of course. I wish you all the best. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.